Next, let us understand what are dematerialization, depository participants and depositories, and what is the connection between them. Once upon a time, all money was in physical format, in the form of currency notes or in the form of coins. Then we started moving towards electronic money. Here the money is in electronic format, in your bank accounts. Because it is in an electronic format, you can also spend, save or transfer the money electronically through an app or through a website. Similarly, once upon a time, all shares were issued in a physical format and they were also held in a physical format as share certificates. When the financial markets and the stock markets started to move towards electronic trading platforms, it made sense to convert the shares from a physical paper format or a material format to an electronic format. This process of converting material shares to electronic formats is called dematerialization. Why was this required? Basically because of the shift to electronic trading, where all trading in securities is now conducted through computer terminals, and the buying and selling of securities are settled through an electronic book entry. What happens during dematerialization? The securities held by the investors in a physical form are cancelled, and the investors receive an electronic entry holding securities in an electronic balance in a demat account. Demat account means dematerialized account. What are some of the other purposes or the other benefits of dematerialization? It helps in eliminating problems associated with physical shares, such as theft of the documents, creation of fake or forged transfers, delays in transfers due to having to move around the physical documents, and also the extensive paperwork associated with the buying and selling or the exchange of physical shares. Once the shares are dematerialized, they can be held in a demat account. So, how can we open a demat account? Investors must open a demat account with a depository participant to hold and transfer securities electronically. A depository participant (DP) is a registered intermediary between investors and a depository in India. When you register for a demat account with a depository participant, the actual demat account will be opened in a depository with which the depository participant is associated. There are two depositories for equity shares: NSDL, which is National Securities Depository Limited, and CDSL, that is Central Depository Services Limited. There are more than 250 depository participants like ICICI Securities, Access Securities, HDFC Securities, etc. When a demat account is opened with a depository participant like ICICI Securities, it is actually registered with either NSDL or with CDSL. The current practices are that all initial public offerings, that is IPOs, are now issued only in dematerialized or demat form. And over 99% of the turnover in the share markets is settled through delivery in demat form. There are also some regulatory requirements here. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, has made it mandatory for settlement procedures to occur only in demat form for certain selected securities. And as a major step to promote demat holdings and ensure transparency, the transfer of physical shares was stopped effective from 5th of December of 2018.